Hey guys! Welcome back to the Power 4 podcast. If you're a friend, thanks for checking in.
And if you're a hater, well, we love our fans too.
Yes, we do. So, what are we going to be talking on today's episode?
Friendship fallouts. And
But
our
also mental health. So, I feel like we've all had a lot of group of friends in high school, like I say. Because, like we said in our first episode, we've all come from different friend groups. Like, we were all never in just one group together.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody had like different friends before, and that's why we all came to be. If these friendships didn't fall out, I don't think we would have found a good group together, and I'm glad that we did.
Yeah, because look at where we are now. It's just 4.
somos tres.
We're just 4.
No,
We're just 4. That's all we need.
Yeah, because sometimes that's all you need. You sometimes do need to keep your circle small.
Yes, and I feel like in high school especially, there's so much drama going on. Like, always, like, oh, she says this, or he said this, or this happened, or this happened. So I feel like there's always drama in high school.
I feel
especially
like,
in groups.
Yeah. I feel like personally, in high school, I was very much like, I would care what other people thought about me. Like, it was always like, oh, like, I don't have the jeans, like, the Hollister jeans. I'm not wearing the shoes.
Or brands.
Yeah, the brands. Like, I'm not wearing the shoes that, like, everyone's wearing. I don't have my Nike backpack or North Face backpack. I remember when I bought my first North Face backpack, it was my first paycheck. We were working at a shoe store. And I saved I saved money so bad because I'm like, I want that backpack. And I wore that the whole 4 years of high school.
was like, yeah.
Because I was like, I got a North Face backpack. But it was always like, who has this? Who has that?
Yeah.
And it's just... It's terrible knowing it now because I'm like, no one cared. No one cares now.
Exactly. We had uniforms.
Exactly.
We
I wished, yeah. Because it was, exactly, no one has to wear this or different stuff. Everyone was just the same. And I feel like, mostly at our high school, there was a lot of, like, social class levels.
Yes.
There was a lot of girls that would show up like in Gucci shoes. Like I remember she was a year younger than us. She was really cool. She was a really cool girl. She was the sweetest girl ever. Like
I was not on that side of the school.
I only met her because I was in like an honors math class.
Oh, honors.
No, but it was honors math class for like kids advanced for their, so like a year younger than us, they were in that class. So it was like a regular class for our age, but it was a advanced class for them. So I remember like she was super smart, super cool. She would show up in like Gucci shoes, like jeans that I didn't even know like brands of at the moment. Now I'm like, she got money.
Just give me my money.
There's like different social classes, and especially when you go into high school, there's like so many different types of people.
Yeah.
So it's like everything is so different. I remember I got my North Face backpack from Melanie too when she's working at that shoe store.
Hey, the discount.
Yeah, because she had a cute little discount code.
And the discount. But yeah, and I also feel like it doesn't even have to do with like brands. It also had to do with like how smart you were. Like, like AP, like we were talking about AP honors, like, oh, like if you were in AP honors, like, oh, damn, you're cool, like, you're smart.
I was in AP US History, and that was my first AP class.
That's a hard class to be in first AP.
Bro.
I felt good.
I was in AP Psychology.
Oh, that was a hard one.
Like,
I took it too, but I didn't pass the AP test.
Yeah.
But I remember in AP US History, I was put into a group. And I didn't know, like, AP terms or whatever. Like, it was, like, doing this paper, and it's, like, a specific way to do it. Mm-hmm. And I remember asking, like, one of my, who I thought was, like, a close friend. I was, like, and it was a guy. I was, like, hey, dude, like, do you know how to do this? He's, like, how do you not know how to do this? Like, we've been doing this. Like, I'm, like, oh, I'm sorry.
Damn.
I was like, I thought you were gonna be cool with it. Like, I'm genuinely asking a question. I'm like, he was like, oh,
I thought you were gonna help me.
Yeah, I was like, I just need some guidance into knowing what was going on. He didn't help me. He kind of like made me feel dumb because I was like, for some reason I'm put in the same. But then I was like, you know, we're at the same level. Like we were put in the same class. Like, why are you downgrading me? I remember asking the teacher, and the teacher was like, why don't you ask me about these things? And I'm like, I honestly got that was my friend.
Yeah.
You know, like I asked a genuine question. I didn't know how to do this paper. And I remember I got a good grade on it because I really worked my butt off in that class.
I remember you would do those postcards.
Yeah.
AP was a lot of work, yeah.
A lot of
I
work.
know. Give you props for that because I couldn't.
It was like the whole book, right? That they had as annotate every. Oh my god! It was like every 2 days.
It was like 5 chapters, like every 2 days.
And it's all history, so it's boring. It's not like it
I
was like
history.
a book, but
I love history.
I don't know. But sometimes people in like those higher classes are like that. When I was in high school too, I remember my little nerdy ass, like I wanted to join debate team. I remember my freshman year because they did like a whole thing about like I don't know, the clubs and stuff, and my teacher was like, Karen, you should really do debate. Like, you're always, like, debating with me in class. This was, like, for AP Language and Communications, I think. And I remember he's like, you should really do it. Like, you'd be good. And then I remember I wanted to sign up, and as I was about to sign up with the paper, there was this girl who was really smart. Like, she was a really smart girl, and I thought she was my friend. I mean, maybe she is. But she was like, you're going to sign up for debate? And I was like, I guess not.
That's crazy.
I was, but
not
like,
anymore.
Yeah, I genuinely felt super like
You know, I also wanted to do debate because I was like, oh my god, I want to be a lawyer. Like, I want to see this. But then I feel like I saw who was in it, and I was like, damn.
Maybe I should.
Maybe I shouldn't do it because they're all like smart.
Yeah, and I was really intimidated a bit, and I regret feeling intimidated because she's a smart girl and like she knew what she was doing, and maybe she was intimidated by my like what I had to offer because the teacher recommended me, so maybe she was a little bit like,
oh, how come you got recommended?
Vibes, but
maybe she was jealous.
I don't know, but she's smart, she's cool. I mean, I had classes with her later on in high school, and like I didn't care about it. I was like, if I had done debate, I wouldn't have done sports, so it's okay, whatever. But yeah, sometimes people are like that. You get to know
I feel like
colors.
there's friends that are you think are your friends, and they'll make like side disses.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're gonna do that? Or like, oh, like, you know,
I would have never thought you would have liked that. It's like, why would I not?
Yeah, like I thought you were my
it makes sense though, right?
Or I feel like
like
let's say when it comes to like matching, like, you know, like let's say like while we're like at the store, like, oh, I like this, like, and you're like, oh, I like it too, like, oh, let's get it, like, but there's girls that don't like that, that are like gatekeeping, like they don't like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
that girl was wearing that. Like, I wore that first.
Yeah,
dude, I'm
I
like,
remember that too.
Okay, like,
I remember this girl.
Does it matter?
I remember this girl in my math class. Like, anything I would wear, she was like, "Where did you buy it?" And then the next week she will have it. But it wasn't. I didn't find it bad. But I was just like, "Damn, girl, you wanna be me?"
Like, you would be me so bad.
No, but like, bro, I remember I got a hydro flask because it was like trending, and she was like, "Oh my god, where did you buy it?" The next week she had it, and then I got this like the backpack with the little like red animal, the little fox.
Oh.
Yeah, I got one of those.
And she copied it.
And I was like, and she was like, oh my god, like, I like that too. And then the next week she will have it. And I'll be like,
where did you get that, girl?
But then it turned out that she didn't like me because she thought I liked the guy she liked. But I was just friends with that guy because I was dating that guy, his friend. And I was like, bro, it's not that deep.
Oh, maybe she was like, I wonder how she does it. You know, some girls are like that too. Like, I've met girls that's kind of like, they just sit back and observe.
But like, she was never like try to talk to me. She would just ask me, and then the next week she will have it.
Oh, that she never wanted to be your friend. Then she just wanted to know what was the next trend.
I was just like, you want my whole?
You're like, get TikTok.
Musically.
Back then was Musically.
Yeah.
Well, Musically was trending back then with the
whole
I
Renegade.
love Musically. I don't know.
I love Musically too. That was an era.
That was an
I don't
era.
think I ever had an account.
Really?
Yeah.
You were missing
My
out.
TikTok now is
I
my
was
Musically.
very like that.
Mine too.
That shy girly girl. Like,
I remember when I downloaded TikTok, I saw my Musically. I literally deleted it. No. Don't look at those.
No, I remember deleting all my Musically stuff.
I
when
remember
was
the
about
other
to-
videos we would do in dance. The effects would change.
Oh, not Flip. Was it Flipagram?
I don't know, but I still have them.
There's a lot of like dancing apps that were out there. I
Yeah.
already forgot though. But
What was a Vine?
no, Vine was before Musically.
Yeah.
It was
Vine
Vine,
was
Musically,
the
TikTok.
shit, dude.
It would be funny, like all like Blessed was in there.
I don't remember.
I
used to
that they
watch
were
like
there.
Cameron Dallas.
The Mad Con Boys.
Yes.
Oh, what was that one guy?
Matthew Spinoza.
Mighty Duck. Do you guys
Oh,
enjoy that?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, she's stealing.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
those videos were so funny.
I didn't
else?
know that much.
I didn't know much about Vine either. 'Cause
Dude,
it was
I would
like,
watch Vine every freaking day.
Yeah.
Like, I would come home
Really?
from school, and that's all I watched, the Vines.
I remember I used to love watching like YouTube compilations of
I would
like,
just watch YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I will watch YouTube a lot.
I was on
Dude,
YouTube.
Melanie
too.
was a big YouTube girl. She used to love 7 Supergirls.
Oh my god. And like always say like I want to do YouTube. Like I want to do YouTube.
And she would actually do
I
videos.
have videos
yeah.
private on YouTube that I posted, like doing journals, like sketching. Like my cousin, like I know he's watching this. Like we would do like movie Project X, and we were like we're gonna throw up Project X, and we did a movie
yeah.
Project X. Like, we never got famous.
That's okay. Honestly, I think with
But
social
maybe
media,
this
it's
is
consistency.
my time to shine with the podcast.
Yes, podcast.
But anyways, yeah. But like, were you guys ever in like school drama, like drama involved with other girls?
Nah.
No, más lo normal. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm nunca.
I feel like I really, really, really tried to steer away from drama. Like I didn't like
I
it.
feel like you were
didn't-
never in drama though.
I didn't want to be in drama. Like if there was if there was problems, I would just be like, I'm not involved. Like I don't.
I don't
wanna
know
be
them.
in- Yeah, no, because I genuinely didn't like find. Like I said in the last video, I didn't have a lot of close friends. Like I wasn't vulnerable enough for like people to tell other people stuff about me because nobody knew anything. I remember I did have a friend in high school who straight up like told me, like she was my friend, and like we would hang out as a group of 3, and then one of them was like, hey, like we're always talking about our problems but you never talk about anything.
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit. Like,
That is very true.
because she
Oh, you
genuinely
caught on.
yeah, I was like, oh no, but it kind of did make me realize like you're
And
right.
that is very true because I remember like when me and Karen would like hang out, like she would never talk about her problems.
Yeah, like anything
It's
was
Karen would be
happening.
the friend that would listen to you.
Mhm.
But Karen is a good listener. Like she's like a mom. Like I feel like she's always been a mom vibes.
mom of the
Like
group.
yeah, like she'll be like, oh, like it's okay. Like she will calm you down. Like her soft voice and everything. Like okay.
Aw, stop. What? That makes me feel nice though.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like interesting.
You're a good listener. Like I
Yeah.
feel if I need to cry, like I know Karen will be there.
Yeah, and after she told me that, I was like, wow, like after the whole pregnancy thing happened, I was like, maybe I haven't been vulnerable enough to keep my friends around. Maybe I need to start doing that, being more open. So that's like what I feel like gave me the push to be more like, I'll tell you guys everything that's happened in my life. Like I don't care at this point.
Yeah.
It's the only way I'm gonna keep my friends close.
No, and
So,
I feel
yeah.
like also in high school, I would never speak about my problems like that. Like I cannot think of somebody out there that probably knows all my problems other than like you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's because now we're grown and I'm like, oh damn, like these are like really my friends. Because it's not like we're gonna go to school and like gossip around.
That was one thing too.
Yeah,
that
like that's something I didn't like. Like I could tell somebody, or they would flip my words and be like, "Oh, they said this."
That's the scary part. Like that's the biggest reason why I
Yeah.
wasn't vulnerable, because I would see people switch up on each other so quickly, especially as in girls in high school. It's like vicious. It's crazy. I would literally see people be like, "I'm not friends with her," so then they would turn around and tell everybody the girl's business. I'm like, that's not okay. Like if you
Yeah.
guys are friends, respect it, and like don't talk about them. So that's why even the other friends that I had that were like my close friends, I never felt bad to lose them, because I was like, well, they don't know anything about me.
Like you don't have nothing to lose,
Yeah, exactly.
which is makes sense.
Yeah.
I was a very much of an open book. I feel like I would let everyone know what
It's
was
because
going
Jackie is very nice.
Because I feel like it
And
was
she
my
trusts us-
way
Yeah.
of like, okay, I'm letting you in, so let me in. Like we're exchanging, but I would never go and be like, oh yeah, she whatever, this happened to her. Like no. And it would always get flipped on me. I feel like my whole business was everywhere. And also like my dad was pretty well known around the street. So it was just very much like, okay, everyone knows my business. And it kind of sucked because I feel like mostly with this one friend, I feel like I tried so much with her, and I would let her in, and she would just like, she would straight up like lie to me. She lied about illnesses and stuff. And I remember the day I asked her, I was like, oh, like, how is she? Like, I heard she has this. Her mom was like, she doesn't have that. I was like, what do you mean? Like, this girl says she has cancer. And then she's like, oh no, she doesn't have that. So I was like, okay, like what?
Like, why are you making that up?
That's a very pretty big lie.
Exactly, like why would you
Yeah.
lie about something like that? So I was like, oh, I'm like, okay. That's when I was like, okay, I need to cut you off. And I feel like that was like the biggest moment in like, I guess you could say drama, because she took it the bad way. She was like, you cut me off, like I was at my lowest. And I'm like, you lied to me. Like, how am I gonna be friends with you if you're lying to me? I let you in into my life, into my whole self, and you're doing this to me. So no. And like I said, I was very open book with everyone, because it was just the way that I was able to express myself. And it wasn't that I wanted my whole business out there, but it was just the way that I could communicate. Like, I don't know, I feel like I always like kind of had to hold everything inside, that at that point I'm like, I like no me importa, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just going to let it all out. I feel better talking about it. But now I'm like, damn, I did let like a lot of people into like my life. Everyone knows what is going on with me. Like, everyone knows what happened to me. And like you said, they have that against, like, to hold that
You
against
can
me.
hold that against
Yeah.
you.
So I'm just like I shouldn't have done that. But you live and you learn. Now, like, I feel like maybe that's why throughout high school, my mental health wasn't really like the best, and that's why I feel like I validated everyone's opinion about me, because I'm like, everybody knows everything about me. So it was just to the point where I'm like, okay, I have to either shut up about myself
Yeah.
and just keep it to myself, or write a journal, girl. Like, at this point,
Yeah.
I would do that.
talk to your pillow, because you need to shut up about yourself. Everyone's just you're looking like a fool. And it really messed up with my mental health. And throughout middle school, it was a really hard time. And then, like, middle of high school, it was a really hard time too. Mostly, like, it was just family issues, and it was just pouring up on me. So, so this is when it comes in. I tried to commit twice.
Hurt yourself.
Yeah, hurt myself twice, because it was just too much. And then it was a hard time. It was just not a good place to be at, but it was something that I lived to like learn about myself and grow from it, because I'm like, okay, thank God I'm still here. Thank God. Like, I thank God every single day for my life and what it has gone up to this point. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm a very firm believer that no matter what like path you choose, what choice you make, I feel like we're just living in a book, and like
Your story.
my story is made.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think I can do anything to change my story.
Mm-hmm.
God wrote this story for me, and I'm just living. I'm the main character, but I'm not the author.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Mhm.
The author was God. God has whatever in
Mhm.
store for me, but I'm just living through life. So I'm like, okay, nothing that I ever did in the past was wrong, because that's how God wanted it.
I always look at it like this, like you said, like there's been times where like, okay, like maybe in high school, like I would be like very sad, like not like oh my God, like, but I will literally pray to God and be like, bro, like just take me
out the
with,
game.
yeah, like take me with you, like I don't want to do this life no more, like what am I doing with my life, like why do you hate me, why do you make me go through this? But then I remember one time I read a quote, and it was like if God is like putting you through this, is because you can get through it. Like like you're gonna learn something from it. Like it will get better.
Yeah, like he'll never put you something that you can't handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like honestly, everything I've been through, I'm like, damn, like maybe this is like the way I am. Maybe like this made me the way I am.
Builds
Maybe I'm
character.
like this because of this.
Yeah.
And like honestly, I feel like I'm a better person of myself. But like yeah, like you said, like there would be times where I would be like, oh God, like please kill me, like just take me with you. Like I'm a waste of space in this life. Like I don't know what to do. Like I'm gonna be miserable. Like and all of this. Like I would literally pray to God, like please, like take me with you.
And I feel like it's just very hard overall. Like, we grew up in a society where social media is very, like, we're doing a
Glorified.
podcast. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, but social media has such a huge empowerment over our lives that it does get a little bit toxic at one point. Like, even just as me, I feel like I would be like, oh, if I don't post myself, or if I don't post about my relationship, no one's gonna believe me that I'm in a relationship, or that I'm in this, or I'm doing
like,
this.
We had to,
like I'm doing good in life.
Like validation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, now that I'm grown and I actually like capture stuff, I'm, who cares? Like, okay, you know, it's really nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I still post and stuff because I like to. It just makes me like, oh, hey guys,
like check in.
I
with
went
people.
on a vacation with my boyfriend, or hey guys, we got a dog. Hey guys, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It's just something like a hobby, I guess you could say. It's not more like now I don't seek that validation.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a hobby of mine to put myself a little bit out there, like.
Yeah, and high school does that to you too. I don't know. I think it's hard as girls growing up. For some reason, it's like constantly thrown in your face. Like you need validation. Like if you didn't get it from your parents, if you
or like especially us coming from Mexican parents, I feel like we can't just go to our parents and be like, oh, like this happened. Like I feel sad. Like, cause like for me, like in my opinion, my parents, like I couldn't go to my parents and be like, oh, like, you know, I had a bad day in school, like this happened, or like, you know, like I'm feeling sad, or like I had an argument with my friend or with my boyfriend. Like, no, like my parents don't care. Like they would never be like, oh, like I'm sorry. Like, you know, like now I see my sister-in-law be with my niece, like I'm like, damn, like, you know, I would have wanted to have that with my parents, but then at the same time, like, you know, I was never close to my parents or my siblings. Like I was never close to my sister. Like, oh my god, like I could run to her and tell her my problems because she'll listen to me. Like it was never like that. So I feel like I was like I would always hold it in. Like I would even share a room with my sister, and like when we shared a room, like we would never talk like that. Like she would be quiet. Like we would share a room, but we would never talk like we were close. Like nothing. Like, there would be times where I would be crying in that room at night, and, like, if she was dead asleep, she wouldn't have even known.
Can you stop crying? I need to sleep.
Yeah, but, like, yeah, like, I feel like, especially coming from me, like, I feel like I was never able to express, like, my feelings.
Yeah.
I feel like the shit that we've been going through, like, since high school, like, we were still young, and we were still experiencing things. Like, we were still learning some things that we were not able to understand.
Yeah.
So, or we're never taught how
and
to
like
live.
Mexicans don't like, oh my god, it's okay to feel like this. Like
Exactly.
they don't care. Like they'll be like, okay,
they don't
I don't
validate
care.
your feelings.
And
it's
sad, but like we have to also understand their parents. Like
they went through
they weren't raised
trauma.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's completely different.
Yeah, it's completely different. That's why, at least, I totally get where you're coming from. And like with my parents, I don't blame them for being the way they are, because I'm like,
yeah,
it's
they
your
were
first
raised
time
like
living.
that.
Like you were raised a certain way. Like I'm not gonna be mad at you for what my grandparents did to you or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. But definitely the whole validation and people being like social media obsessed is like such a funny
it's like if you weren't posting, you were nobody.
Thing, which like,
or like back then spams.
That's what I was like
gonna
lead into too, because like I had a spam account too, right? Like before I went super
that was the
MIA.
thing back then.
And people would be
or
like,
that's where you would talk shit.
Yeah, people would post stuff about it.
That was like when you would talk your shit.
And kind of like, hey, what's going on here? So
They'll be like, oh, did you see this, or this person posted this, or this.
I feel like people making spam account, this is how I feel, but I feel like that's very unhealthy. The way they were posting, expressing their feelings and social media. Like, dude, like, it's still gonna be there online. Like, it's not gonna delete, you know? It's,
unless you delete
there,
it.
it's there permanently, you know? Like, people are still gonna read that.
I know. I remember, I think I usually would just, like, when I had my spam account, I deleted mine, like, I think it was, like, senior year of high school. So I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm really taking the time out of my day
to write on this?
To write a big-ass paragraph, choose a picture, and then post it.
Exactly. Yes. Like, oh, yeah, guys.
Like, why did I do that?
This
like,
girl
come
did
on.
me, or, like, it wouldn't even be, sometimes, you know, I was one of them, like, if this... Apparently every shoe was fitting me, because I would think everything was about me. I felt like the world
were the problem
around me.
You were the problem.
So, like, I would see some girl, we wouldn't even go to the same school. It's like, oh, blah, 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 she did this to me. Like, I was like, was that on me? Like, I'm like, girl,
you don't even know her.
She don't even know you exist.
That's so funny.
And then that's when I was like, okay, this is so unhealthy. This is so...
It's bad.
It's bad. Like, you're letting this rot in your brain. So that's when I decided, I'm like, all right, delete the spam account, because one, it's
very irrelevant.
Yeah, very irrelevant. You're not even okay in your head. So what are you doing? And it honestly took a huge toll, because I was like, I never needed that. Like, if I wanted to talk about something, I'll just tell Melanie, tell my boyfriend, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Tell whoever. I was very close with my mom. I feel like she very much did validate my feelings. So I was like how you guys are saying, like, Hispanic parents, Mexican parents, whatever you want to say, they do, like, you know, they sometimes don't validate a lot of feelings. But as for my mom, I feel like she really would listen to me. She really understood. I feel like it was when, like, I was saying, like, elementary school. She noticed that whatever we were learning in school, she didn't know. She's like, honestly, she's like, I don't know how your methods are being done. And it kind of, like, clicked in her mind. She's like, oh, you know, it's very different what we learned than what our kids are learning now.
Spam account thing was crazy. I'm gonna go into my quick story about, like, my friend that I had that I was actually kind of obsessed with, like, social media, and, like,
I think I know who you're talking about.
And, like, that spam account was, like, her end. Well, our end of our friendship.
The end of us.
Yeah. I still know the name.
Well, I don't even remember it.
I know the name.
But it was just, like, I think I remember it too. It sounds so ridiculous. But overall, I'm not going to get too much into it. But overall, it was just kind of like her and I falling into this whole disagreement where it wasn't like somebody was specifically in the wrong. It was just kind of like, hey, if we're friends, like, why don't we talk about it? Why don't we confront this situation? And, like, you message me and say, like, hey, I'm upset, or, like, you know, whatever, because I felt the same way. And she just went on her social media
and did a whole post about it.
Yeah, she did a whole post about it. 3 minutes in, it was kind of like her saying, like, oh, these friends are, like, so trash, like, yada yada yada, like, calling me trash, calling me a lot of, like, name words, right? And then I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to her. Keep in mind the picture was only up for, like, 3 minutes. I sent it to her and I was like, hey girl, what's up with this? Like, can we talk about this? Like, why? Yeah, like, who it is? Like, who are you posting?
It'd be like, the shoe clearly fits.
Yeah, I'm like, well, clearly this is about us, because you literally just got off messages with me, and she, like, posted right away. Like those fingers were quick, girl. I was like, damn.
She said,
yeah, because then she texted me. She's like, oh, like, I'm so sorry, girl. I totally didn't mean to post that. Like, my Wi-Fi just wasn't working.
No way. She blamed it on the Wi-Fi. You never told me this.
Yeah, she blamed the Wi-Fi. She's like, I wanted to delete it. I just couldn't because my Wi-Fi wasn't tripping. I was like, 5G, baby.
And she,
girl, you were tripping.
Yeah. And I was like,
¿Cómo que no traes Wi-Fi?
What about your phone service?
Yeah, that's why I was like, LTE, girl, 5G, like, your daddy's plan.
He got money.
Yeah, I was like, you said he got money, so let's see it right now.
Make it work.
Yeah, so I was, like, really
That's
upset.
crazy. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of hurt me the most, because it's kind of like, okay, well, you're going to post this, so let's take accountability, let's hash it out. And, like, after that, she was like, oh, like, but we're still good, right? And then and
not even like, a sorry?
Yeah,
like,
not even.
She just said sorry for the post, but not to you?
Yeah, exactly. And then she was like, she was like, but we're still good though, right? White flag. Like, she sent me the white flag emoji. And I was like, yeah, we're fine. That's what I replied with. And, like, from there on out, I never ended up, like, talking to her, because I was like, that's just not the type of friends that I want. Like, if we have a problem, let's talk about it. That's so immature, and that's how you're going to handle everything.
I think some people are like that. Like, they're not very confrontational. Like, they rather, like,
they're full of themselves.
Yeah.
They rather do it on a message, and I mean, I don't know, they're not very, like,
I feel like they're more how do you word this, like, they got more balls when they're on the screen than in person.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like, they'll talk, like, through text, but once you're, like, have them in front of you, they're like,
they say they're gonna do it, but they're not
hiding.
Yeah, which is, like, so weird, because it's like,
and that girl is that girl was totally like that.
Yeah, because it's
like you could see her in school and she will be like, But like when her spam, she was talking crazy.
Which is crazy to me too, because like at that time, I was friends with both Melanie and Jackie, and like I don't know if I heard it from you guys, but I heard it from somebody that she was basically like telling people her side of the story and like being really disrespectful towards my name, and like. That's why I was like, I don't care. I'm going to talk about this now because I feel like in high school, I totally let myself get super stepped all over.
Like, you never told your side
of the story.
Because you were just like, whatever, I'll just stay quiet.
Yeah, like, whatever. I don't care. Like, I don't have energy to be dealing with somebody who's going to be, like, immature about the situation because that's what it was. And I just let kind of everybody believe what they wanted to. And she kind of just, like, spread really bad things over me. And I was like, okay, like, if that's how it's going to be, then that's fine with me. Like, I don't need this friendship. And yeah, I think that what she did was like really ridiculous. It was over a party that I didn't feel comfortable attending at her house. Like, she got her boyfriend at the time to like totally be like, oh my god, Karen is like the worst friend ever, and like he believed it too. And like at the end of the day, I don't care what he was thinking of me. It was just more like
she didn't defend you.
Yeah, she didn't defend me as a friend either. She didn't defend me against anybody. And
first of all, like, you have every right to not feel comfortable. Like, if you told her that you feel uncomfortable,
and
like,
she had a good
she
reason.
didn't even respect that.
Yeah, she didn't even respect that. She was somebody who was like very obsessed with like becoming popular, and like she was very like, no, we have to post on our social media. Like, it got to a point where like she was like buying her likes, buying her followers. Like, I remember that she did it next to me. We were in the car. She was like, oh my god, like numbers were her thing. Like, she wanted that social life popping, and like she really tried to get to where she's at. I guess I don't know how she's doing now, and like everything to me is just so irrelevant now. Like, it's whatever. But I will put that out there because like a lot of people did believe what she said, and I was like, maybe we should have talked about it, you know?
Which you tried and she didn't want to clearly. Yeah. She wanted to go to her spam.
I was there. I was there at the party. At the time, I was closer.
Jackie's like, I was right there.
I was there.
I don't think I was there, was I?
I don't think so, girl. It was like a small group at the time, I think.
I was with my ex at the time. And I remember we all took a picture.
Yes.
We did take a big group picture. I did go.
I was there.
It was the girl's birthday.
It was the girl's birthday. And even I believed that side of the story. And I'm saying I'm taking accountability. We thought you were like a villain, not the villain, but the villain of the story.
Yeah, the way she made me play it.
I don't remember that much, but I just, because Karen was my friend, so to me, like, I never heard anything.
I wasn't as close with Karen as I was with the girl at the time because my boyfriend
and I feel like that girl
boyfriend at the time were very
close friends. Yeah, with your boyfriend and you. Because I feel like she would have never told me because she knew me and Karen were close. Like, it was the three of us.
Yeah.
And
that's
when they
crazy.
were arguing,
I never heard your side of the story.
And when they were arguing, like, I just remember, like I didn't even know what to, because I didn't even know what was going on. Like, I just remember, like, she was like, yeah, like, just, Karen doesn't agree with these, or Karen's saying that, like, Karen, like, is a bad friend, and I was like, why?
No, it was just that, like,
she just took,
she made her seem like she was the villain.
I believed the story that she was selling, and that's so crazy.
But then you got to know her.
No,
but then you got to know her.
Oh, yeah, but then I got to know her, and, all I gotta say is, I'm glad she's out that friend group, because it was just very toxic.
I feel like she's just full of herself.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, we went on a quick vacation together. It was, like, with another group of friends. We all went, and I was very, like,
excited.
I was excited, because it was our, like, anniversary weekend. Like, Raul and I were like, oh, hey, like, let's invite them. I was like, yeah, cool, like, the more the merrier type stuff.
I remember she was so excited.
And I was like, you know what? I'm very much of, like, I want everyone to feel welcome. So I was, like, trying to include everyone. I would ask the girls, like, it would be the guys, like, where we waiting. We went to Wisconsin Dells. They were waiting in line, talking, and I'd be with the girls, like, hey, guys, like, what do you guys want to do after this? Or, like, where do you guys want to eat, like, for dinner tonight? They would completely ignore me. So I was like, okay. So that happened once. The second time we were in line, I was like, so, hey, guys, like, what ride do you guys want to go on next? Completely ignored me on their phone. And I was like, okay, maybe they didn't hear me. I don't know what's going on. Like, let me try again. The third time, I was like, I just asked a random question. Ignored me. I said, all right. fuck you guys. I'm done trying. And it was only a quick weekend
But do you know
trip.
why they were not, like, saying anything? Or
you
were just...
It was just, I honestly think it was just the fact that, how can I say it?
Were they mad at each other?
No, that's
well,
the
mad
thing.
at her because they were both
like,
talking good. Like
they would talk to each other. The two other girls would talk to each other, but
Okay.
would leave me out.
like as soon as Jackie would try to talk, they'll be
Yeah.
like on their phones.
So then
Okay.
that's when I was like, I went with my boyfriend and with his friends, and I was like, dude, like I'm really trying to talk with the girls, and I'm really trying to make them feel welcome and stuff. I don't know what I did to rub them off the wrong way, but like, dude, I'm not gonna kiss ass.
Yeah.
Either.
Oh, yeah.
So then afterwards, my boyfriend's like, nah, like, you know, just stick with us. I feel like that made them even more mad because at that point I was hanging out more with the guys and my boyfriend than I was with them. But I'm like, I tried with you guys. And I remember that time I brought something and then we went out and we were just taking like a walk. And then this girl, she's like, oh, can I have some? I was like, okay, like whatever.
Like now you want to talk?
Now you want to talk, like now you want
my
whatever
stuff?
I brought. So I was like, yeah, like and like I said, I can never be rude, I guess.
She's always nice.
So then I was like, yeah, of course, thinking that would mend the, like, you know, make peace and stuff, and like we could just continue with this little vacation. Nope. So I was like, all right, you know what? I did whatever I could on my side. God be with you. God help you. Cause
Yeah, but that's the last time.
Because that attitude.
and that was the last
doesn't
time I
take you
ever
far.
hang out with her.
That was the last
Wow.
time. Because I was like,
That's
no, I'm
pretty
I'm not gonna try again.
Yeah, like that. The attitude doesn't take you far because it's like, at the time, it's like she just wanted like a yes man, and I was not gonna be that for her. I'm not that type of friend who will just say yes to anything because it's like we're equals in a friendship. Like, what is that all about?
Like we don't have to be the same.
Yeah, and like her and I were friends since like middle school, like 7th grade. So that's why I was like, okay, like you wanted to like break this off that easily. That's totally fine with me. Like I'm not gonna beg you unless I think you're somebody worthy of my being in my life. So it's like, and I knew that people were going to see that in the long run, so I just kind of let karma do its thing, and it did. So
It really did.
yeah, it really did. But at the end of the day, and at the start of the day, no, like I really do
At
wish.
the end of the day.
Yeah.
I wish everybody well. Like I don't know. It's kind of like it's pointless to put out bad energy
was
out
in high
there.
school.
And we're not trying to like
Bring drama.
bash anyone or do anything. We're just saying how
We felt.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like all of us, we all kept quiet. We have had,
Honestly,
and we're still
yes.
keeping quiet. Like we're not
Yeah.
opening up as much as we could because we don't want to bring out
Yeah.
drama that is not there anymore.
We just want to clear things up.
Exactly.
And-
Like we
Yes.
don't want to. We're not acting victims either. Maybe we weren't good friends at the time either, and whatever way, like if they want to tell their side of the story,
It's
go ahead,
cool.
tell your side of the story.
I want to listen to it.
I want
I
I want
want
to
to
listen to
know.
what you gotta say because
Because maybe there were just misunderstandings.
Like,
Yeah.
at the
doubt
end
it.
of the day, como dice
Doubt it.
Ashley, there's receipts.
there's
Hey, I got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
receipts. ¿Cómo dice él? Yo los quiero ver. Yo los quiero ver.
Yeah, but that's the crazy part. Like sometimes you just gotta speak your truth. Because like I said earlier, I feel like if that had never happened, I feel like I would have kept a lot better relationships with a lot of different friends.
That's so true because she really made you seem like you were so bad.
Yeah, and it was over something so ridiculous. So she kind of took this moment of power and basically tried to
Like, oh, I have all the attention.
push me down, which is totally fine. Maybe she was threatened and she felt like I had a much better personality, looks, and all of the above, which I wouldn't blame her for feeling threatened.
Hey,
That's all I'm gonna say
Okay.
about her.
For now.
No, for now, there's nothing else to invest
No,
in
that's
that.
pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
yeah,
But
yeah, like we said, there's a lot of people. I personally have a lot of people that I could put on these cards right now, but I truly don't care at this point. Like I said, I'm doing good in life. I hope you're doing good in life.
yeah.
And I don't wish any badness upon anyone.
Honestly, no.
That's just
Karma's
it's
gonna
very
do its
low.
own thing.
Yeah,
Trust. Trust.
everything we leave everything in God's hands. So
God's plan.
Yes.
God's plan.
No, but that's definitely crazy. Have you guys had any other experiences where somebody just kind of like was like, this is it, like the friendship is done? Because I feel like at least all of you guys have had friends that fought for it. Oh, wait, never mind.
Fought for it? The heck? Okay, well, I feel like this was not like my close friend. But I feel like this was my friend. Like, I actually consider this person my friend. Like, I feel like we got close in high school. Like, we would go to football games. We even went to parties. So, at the time, I was with my last ex. And I remember, like, it was during COVID. Like,
sorry, guys. Are you tired of this story?
No. I know you heard it a million times. I'm just kidding. Well, I thought this person was my friend, but it ended up not being my friend because, well, I had known this girl. She went to a different high school, and I didn't think we were close, but I think we were cool. Like, this girl, like, we follow each other.
You didn't have bad intentions with her at that time.
Yes, but because she gave me reasons to. Mm-hmm. Because at the moment, like, I was with my ex, and we were together still. Like, I don't know, I guess I don't know how my ex made it seem. Like, obviously I can't speak for him or her, but at the moment, like, it was happening with COVID, and my mom was very strict on me not going out. She was like, no, like, if he wants to see you, he can come see you, like, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, and I would tell my boyfriend at the time, like, like, yeah, you, like, we can't hang out, like, if you want to see me, like, you have to come. And I remember, like, my ex at the time, he didn't care. Like, he was just like, oh, like, I'm gonna go out with my friends to the city to eat, blah, blah, blah. And I was not toxic. I would be like, yeah, go. And there was this one time where, like, this girl, she started hanging out with the guys a lot. And it was this one, like, dude bringing her all the time. And I remember I asked, like, my boyfriend at the time, like, oh, like, why is she being, like, around you guys so much? Like, that's weird. And then he was just like, oh, it's because she has no friends, and, like, the guy feels bad for her, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, that's valid, like, I had already known that she stopped being friends with certain people. So I was like, okay, maybe it's like she's just there because she has no friends, she's lonely. And I remember one time she posted a picture on Instagram in her story, and she was, like, in the passenger, like, car, like, sitting next to my boyfriend, because it was, like, his car, because I know how his car looked, bro. You could call me crazy. I know that car as soon as I saw it. And she was sitting in the front, and, like, the guys were in the back. And in my head, I was like, why the fuck are you sitting in front with my boyfriend? Like, that's weird. Like, and I remember I told my ex, and I was, like, bitching him out. I was like, what the fuck are you doing this for? Like, I thought she was just with the other guy. And she was like, no, you don't have to worry. Like, I would never do anything with her. Like, she's ugly. Like, she's just here because she has nobody. And I would be like, okay, like, you keep saying that, but, like, then why is she in the front? But again, like, I was just like, whatever, like, I'm not gonna make it a big deal. And I feel like my boyfriend at the time, like, I don't know, he probably told her that I was mad. So she would go on her spam and be like, oh, like, I hate how I can't have a friend group with guys because everybody assumes that I like them or that I want to be with them. Like, girl, you didn't have to do all that. And, like, she could have just asked me. And it was also my fault. I feel like I could have asked her and be straight up, So then it got to the point where, like, my mom's friend, she lives where my boyfriend lives, and I didn't know that if it, like, came out that my boyfriend's mom at the time was close to that lady, so she would go to my mom's work all the time. And then, like, it came out that, like, I didn't know my mom would told me, like, oh, there's this lady that she knows, like your boyfriend's mom. And I was like, oh, no way. And then I remember my mom came home and she was telling me, like, oh, are you and him still together? And I was like, yeah, why? And she was like, oh, because I guess this lady that goes to my mom's work, my mom has her own business, like, she was like, oh yeah, I saw that he brought a girl over and she had blonde hair. And I was like, what do you mean? And I remember my sister used to work with this lady as well at her job, like, they were co-workers. Wow. And my sister told me, she was like, oh yeah, like, she told me that she saw, like, him walking in his house with this girl. And I was like, damn. Like, I already knew what was going on. In my head, I was delusional. I was just like, no, like, she would never. And I remember I told my sister, like, can you ask her if, like it was just them two, or it was, like, a whole group? And then my sister was like, oh, like, it was just them. And I was like, damn. And then, like, she even told me the car and everything. And it was the exact same car that he drove. And I remember I was so sad, and I was like, damn, like, I know I'm getting played, bro. I know. And I remember I also texted one of his friends, because till this day, like, I still have him on social media. That guy, like, he was a real one. He was a real one. Like, I remember I told him, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I remember he told me, like, I'm just telling you, like, you should talk to him. Like he basically told me straight up, the guy too, like, yeah, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, basically saying, like, I'm right. Like, I'm not delusional. Like, I'm not tripping.
Like, he didn't want to be the one to tell you.
Yeah, but basically he was.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. But then I remember that day I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna fucking confront both of them. So first I texted the girl and I was like telling her, like, oh, like, you know what's going on, like, you're making it seem like you're with him, like, I don't know what to tell you, like, I thought you were my friend. And I remember she replied and she's like, hey girl, like, I would never do that to you, or like, that's your relationship, I respect you, I respect him, he's just my friend, we just hang out in the same friend group, like, I would never do nothing to, like, get in the way. And I was like, okay, you know, like, maybe I'm overreacting. So then I remember I texted, like, my ex, and I was like, oh, by the way, like, I texted her, like I know the whole truth. And I feel like that got him scared. And I remember he was like, oh, like, I'm sorry, Melanie, like, I just have to be honest with you because you don't deserve this and you don't deserve me, like, you deserve better. He wrote me a whole essay. And then it turned out, like, at the end that he was having sex with her, and like he was pretty, like, honest about it. Like, he told me straight up how it was when it happened, like, everything. Like, he told me
the position and everything.
no, but he told me when it happened and everything, and I was just like, thank you for being honest. Like, and then I was just like, damn, like, so this girl just basically just lied to my face, like, completely, because she's not a girl's girl. And I was like, damn, like, for you to lie to me and then, like, him tell me the truth is like, damn, that's crazy. And honestly, like, it bothered me because the whole Wheeling High School knew that, like, I was dating him, and like, she was over here posting him, like, side posting him, and like, people would send me stories. They would be like, aren't you dating him? Like, what's going on? So I would look so embarrassing because, like, I was like, damn, like, everybody see me get played. But at the end, like, I was just like, damn, like, this, like, after, like, that, I remember I blocked him, and I think she blocked me because, I don't know, I was like, she was fake as fuck. And not even, like, a day went on, and they were already posting each other, like, they were together.
I remember that. I had her on my spam account, too. This girl was posting almost naked pictures. I was like, no.
Yeah, like, I remember.
At that point, it's just no
self-respect. And it was just, like, so stupid because, like, it could have been so avoidable. Like, just, like, he could have just left me and be it. But no, he would be like, I promise on my mom, like, I would never be with her. Like, but he was a whole, like, he was a whole,
your
too.
mom was 6 feet.
He had a bad reputation. He had a bad reputation, too, though. Like, everybody told me not to be with him. Even his own friends told me. Like, I remember when we had, like, gym class, like, he would, like, a lot of his friends would be like, I don't know, Melanie, like, I don't think, like, he's very, like, into you, like, he's not, like, it's not what you deserve. And, like, I would always be like, no, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but whatever. It ended up not working out, and, like, yeah, then they ended up together. They're meant to be.
Sometimes people like
yeah,
that,
but I was just like, I don't know, like, I was like more mad at her because I was like I never did anything to you, girl, like, ever, like, I never think, like, we had beef or anything till, like, you started doing all that weird shit. But that was
just wanted your man.
She just wanted my man. She could have him. Keep him. I don't need him.
It's crumbs on the table.
No, but I'm actually very glad this all happened because then I met the love of my life that I have now.
Who's like,
we've traveled the world. Yeah. Treats me right. Basically married.
Bring him on the podcast.
Bring him in. No, but yeah, I'm actually, like, very glad that happened because I feel like when me and my ex broke up, I wasn't, like, as hurt as I thought I would have been. And then, like, a couple months later, like, I met Miguel, the love of my life.
I know, I was actually really happy that you ended up
and
with
me
somebody.
and him are very happy. So, it's...
as
everything happened for a reason.
Yes, everything.
So I don't hate you, girl. You could keep him.
Yeah.
No drama.
No
thank
problems
you,
here.
Thank you for, helping him cheat so she could
thank you.
over life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for picking up the trash.
Thank you.
It takes itself out sometimes.
But yeah, I mean, that's it. That was, like, one, like, actually that was like, damn, she really did me like that.
Yeah. But that's messed up. You don't mess around with people's life like
especially because she knew damn well. Like, cause I would post my boyfriend everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, with every relationship you've had no problem being open.
Yes.
Well, I got one.
Oh. We're all like, leaning in.
Oh my god! Hold me back. I'm just kidding. No.
Alright, guys. Prepare what I'm gonna say.
Get your cup of wine.
No. Well, I thought I had a best friend. We were very, how do I say it? I thought we were sisters. And this person has had a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of problems, but I mean, I had problems too, and she had her problems.
Nobody was perfect.
No one was perfect. And I guess like she was helping me in a way, and I was helping her in a way too. So, there's this moment where I think this happened 2 years ago. I guess her problems when I kind of overboard, so I kind of like step in and I told her like, hey, come please live with me. Come please live with me and my parents. And I helped her a lot. I give her a job. How do you say it when you help a person? Like, I guess you like pick them up.
Yeah.
You saved them.
Yeah, like you pick them up, like you take
You
them in
gave
a
her a
right.
hand.
You basically fostered her.
Like exactly, like you give them up the right road, I guess.
You gave her like a hand to hold.
Exactly, and I don't know. I gave this person a lot. So basically, I was just her support system, and I guess it didn't work out well. And it really ruined my mental health. So I don't speak to this person, and I wish her nothing but the best, and I really don't care what she's doing, and I get it, like she might not care what I'm doing as well, but it is what it is. She knows I helped her a lot.
She did.
And the thing that really hurt me is that she didn't even say a thank you. So.
Yeah, like all that time and all those.
And I feel like you were like the only person like that was there.
Yeah.
And at the end, it
so
was.
I don't know. Like I kind of like regret it in a way that I.
But don't ever regret it because you did something good.
I don't know.
Like
I feel
you
like,
said, and like you were just saying karma.
I feel like I blame myself as well because, like, bro, I feel like I let that shit slide. You know, like.
You knew what they were doing and you let it slide.
And that
even your
really
boyfriend would
fucked
tell
up my mental health, and I needed to go get the help that I needed, which is good because that's what I did, and that was the right thing, because I was not gonna fuck up my life like that. But I've been doing good, guys. I've been doing good.
She overcame that.
Yes, I did.
Good.
But
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've all had our ups and downs, and honestly, we're just grateful that whatever, led us to this very moment, we're very grateful for it.
Yes.
And,
of course,
like we said, friendship fallouts, sometimes they hurt a little bit more than a breakup.
Yeah.
Because, you really put your trust into this person, you put all your time and just support into everything. But always think about your own mental health, to be honest. Sometimes it sounds selfish, but think about yourself first before you put anyone else. Because before you can take care of anyone else, you have to be able to take care of yourself.
Yeah, that is so true.
Even if they're your friend.
Yeah. And if you guys ever need help or would like to talk to anyone, like, reach out to someone. If you want to reach out to us, like, reach out to us. Like, we will listen.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Unless you let us.
Unless
Unless you let us.
We'll respond to the messages.
No. So if you guys need help, if you guys...
We'll also put the number there, like the...
Yes, if you guys need suicide line, 988. If you guys need help with any therapy, we need to talk to someone, please get the help.
Yeah, because it doesn't even have to be like, oh my god, friendships affecting your mental health. But, like, relationships, like,
adults,
or just you
anybody,
doubting yourself, or being in a bad mental place. Like, or like Karen, we were just talking about this like out of camera, like when somebody gives birth, they get postpartum depression. Like even after that, like you need help, like don't think you're alone. Like there's always somebody you could talk to.
You're never alone. Everyone goes through the same things.
Never.
Just different timings.
Yeah.
And no one's here to judge.
Yeah.
We're here to listen.
Yeah.
But that was gonna be for our second episode.
Yeah, it feels so nice to sit down and chit chat and let these things vent out like that.
And like again, we're not trying to bring no drama. This is just like things we experienced and affected our mental health. But I mean, we learned and we're doing better now. But it's just something like that happened in real life, and it's our own POV.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, well that's gonna be it for the
second episode.
So stay tuned for the next
Power
one. Let us know what you guys want to hear. Again, like we want to hear your opinions, what you like, what you don't
Comment
like.
down below, guys.
Yes.
Please.
What
If you guys like these topics, if you guys don't want us to talk shit, we will shut up.
If you want us to
if
talk
you
more
guys
fake
want us
friends,
to bring a special guest,
we will try to make it happen.
we could try to make it happen.
I don't even remember.
We actually hold back a lot this episode.
I'd actually need a yearbook.
We overhyped it.
I know, we overhyped it, but we're not
we
gonna lie, we just want to keep our image a little bit clean too. Like we're not trying to get
professional.
Yeah, we're trying to be professional about this. Like we get it. You guys want to hear the drama too,
but we
just
text us and we'll tell you the drama.
Just any different seats. No.
But
I actually like the special guest, like bringing someone here.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. That'd be fun.
I would love that. You know,
like interrogate them.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Any suggestion, comment down below.
Yeah.
And if you guys want us to incorporate a little bit more into our video.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.